humans. Today we want to speak with you about something that some of you have been asking us about. It concerns your imagination. Imagination is something that you have been practicing and experiencing since you're very young, and especially when you are very young. As humans grow older and more jaded about their existence and reality and the nature of reality, humans cease to imagine. Not completely, but humans cease to utilize imagination in the way that it allows you to call up, create, and align yourself with a vision of reality that is joyful, colorful, vibrant, exciting, fun, explorative, aligned with your purpose, aligned with the things that you value. There are many reasons why humans cease to utilize imagination and imagine in such a fruitful way. We will not go into the many reasons, but we will touch on that just a bit. We want to focus today simply on the power of imagination. Because imagination is so powerful. Even children utilize it to experience themselves as infinite beings of the universe. And what we simply mean by this is something that many of you have witnessed and have done yourselves firsthand. When you are young, you say, "I am," and then you go on to be an astronaut, Spider-Man, a fairy, a warrior, a princess, anything that you really want to be. This power of I am that exists in imagination allows you to create and explore and look into the many layers of reality that are possible for you. This is what so many children are very good at. These imagination exercises of play do not have to cease for you when you cease being a child. The most creative and what you call intelligent amongst you utilize imagination in order to see what's not visible with the physical eyes, with the physical tools available to you. The many great inventions that you are aware of at this point in time are all here because of imagination. Imagination. I am. And then next is image, an image. You can create in your mind any image that you can muster up. And when you allow yourself to abandon that part of you for just a moment that kicks in and says, you know what? This is not real. You're just imagining it. But here's the tricky part. As humans become conditioned into the traumas of their own families, they utilize imagination, but in a painful way. And here's what we mean by this. We'll take an example of a young girl whose mother is always worried about a dis-ease about herself. And so this mother is walking around worried all the time. And this young girl, who at one point used to play and utilize her imagination to be all her favorite things, is now starting to worry about her mother as well. And because she's a child and her imagination is so vivid, she begins to imagine other things. She imagines that maybe strangers will break into the home and do something terrible to the people that she loves. She imagines other horrible things that could go wrong. And as she gets older, she realizes that, oh well, maybe that's not going to happen. But all these images conjured up utilizing this incredible tool of imagination begin to store themselves in her mind. And she always has this underlying fear and anxiety about her reality. So we want to make you aware that imagination is powerful, and when it is utilized with intention and clarity, you can, and you are, able to connect with the infinite source that is available to you. You are able to call upon your guides, because imagination allows you to transcend the limits of your current reality and ask, what if? And when you begin to ask what if, intentionally and with clarity, answers come to you. But many humans do not utilize imagination correctly, as we had mentioned. But also because of what we mentioned, because many humans are afraid that if they begin to ask what if, what follows next could be something frightful and scary, something strange. And so, in order for imagination to be a fruitful tool for you, we want you to plug back into this time, if you remember, when you were young, when you were open to the possibilities of all that was, when you were not yet jaded by the limitations pressed upon you by those around you. Remember this time. Tap into this time, and if you do not have a memory of it, then we invite you to utilize your imagination. To imagine a time when the world was your oyster, and there were so many incredible things that you're about to discover. So many fun toys, so many fun realities you could be a character in. So many things to explore. And as you take a few minutes to connect with this part of you, a truly lost part of you, you'll begin to discover that your imagination is always there for you to utilize, to ask what if, to imagine in the theater of your mind the incredible opportunities and possibilities available to you. Not just of the things that you can have and consume and the people that you can meet, but also who you have the potential to be. Not tomorrow, not 5 years from now, though that's fine, you can imagine that too, but who could you be now? Many humans resist transformation because they are afraid to become something other than who they are in this very moment. But when you relax and access your imagination, you realize that there is so much more available to you, so much more healing, so much more energy. So much more creative force.